Welcome back. The story you're about to hear is called Joker. Joker was an inmate at the Seminole County Jail back in 2015. I was in the Seminole County Jail for a total of 10 months. I was in jail. Joker was an inmate in jail. He was a friend of mine. He became my friend. Joker was a member of the Aryan Brotherhood. He was a neo-Nazi. And he was a big guy. He wasn't thin. He was a big guy, big belly, shaved head. When he took his shirt off, okay, he had a huge swastika tattooed right here, and here he had a huge portrait of Adolf Hitler. These were tattoos that he gotten in prison. They're all black and white. You can tell when you're looking at a prison tattoo. And he had 4 numbers, 2192 or something, 4 numbers across his chest that I didn't know what they meant, and I was too scared to ask him. The reason they called him Joker was because on the back of one of his legs, he had a tattoo of Heath Ledger in The Joker, the Batman movie, The Joker, which made me wonder, what did they call him before that movie came out? But he was called Joker. One time, we were in the cell block or whatever, we were hanging around, lounging around. I was eating a bag of caramel popcorn that I got from the commissary. It was good. They got good caramel popcorn there. And I finished most of the bag, and I said, "Hey, Joker, would you like the rest of this bag?" He said, "Sure, great." And he ate it, and he said, "Wow, this is like crack in a bag." That's how he described the caramel corn. Another time, I was in desperate need of medication to help me sleep. I was unable to sleep in the jail. And I eventually got the medication, but the nurse showed up one night, and she didn't have it, and it was a big issue for me because I needed that medication to sleep. The next evening, the nurse came back with her cart, and I heard Joker at the front of the line saying to the nurse, "Do you have Dante's medicine?" He was asking the nurse for me, on my behalf, and I wasn't even up there. I was laying down on my bunk. I'm like, wow, what a nice guy. He told me that the reason why he was in jail, and this is exactly what he said, "My old lady accepted a package." Okay, his old lady, he called her his old lady, accepted a package, meaning that the police were doing a controlled delivery of a box of known drugs, and the wife or girlfriend, whatever it was, accepted the package, and that's why he got busted. And he was on his way to California. They were going to extradite him to California. And I always thought, after meeting Joker and hanging out with him and being his friend, I always thought that if I were ever sent to prison, what I would do is I would seek out the Aryan Brotherhood at the prison, and I would tell them that Joker was my friend, because I figured every member of the Aryan Brotherhood knows Joker. Everybody knows Joker, and I was going to use that as my to get in with the Aryan Brotherhood, so they would protect me in prison. That was my idea. That was my goal. But fortunately, I stayed out of prison, and that never happened. But like I said, Joker was my friend, and I really liked the guy, even though he was a member of the Aryan Brotherhood, and I'm Jewish, and he had a big swastika and a picture of Adolf Hitler on his chest or his stomach. He was still a good guy. And that's the story of Joker. Don't forget to read my book, Broccoli Time, by Dante Allen, available now on Amazon Books.